Okay friends, so it's the beginning of the year and everybody's got fitness on their mind, and although I have fitness on my mind all the time, I went to the Peloton studios this weekend and it was really fun. It's not my first time. I pretty much go every week, but this was my first weekend of 2025 going to Peloton studios, and it was a lot of fun. So I did 3 classes on 3 different days. I never do that. Usually I'll go in a Thursday and a Sunday just because of my schedule constraints, but my husband was off on Friday. I said let me take advantage because there's only certain instructors that teach on Friday and Saturday. If you know, you know. So on Thursday I started off with a 30-minute Zedd run with Olivia. And Olivia is amazing. First of all, they call her the glitter assassin, which is just like the dopest name ever. Like, who doesn't want a tagline like that? The glitter assassin. She does running and she does cycling. So I was there for a 30-minute Zedd run. Now, if you are familiar with Zedd, Zedd is like a lot of ons. That's the best way I could describe it. In 2015, when I was training for my first marathon, I listened to a lot of Zedd. Like, I remember very specifically my feet hitting the pavement to Break Free and Clarity a lot. Those are my songs. Those songs just kind of, you know, got me through. It was like just really good beat per minute, boom, 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 you know, like really good for running. So yeah, I was excited when I saw that there was going to be a Zedd artist series. I was like, yep, in there. You wouldn't expect me to be in there, but I was, because my playlist, very unpredictable. You never know what you're gonna find in there, and you definitely found Zedd in there in 2015, right? So I went to the Zedd run. It was fantastic. I even got a little shout out too, which was awesome. And the energy was great. Sometimes the audience energy can be a little iffy, but the energy was great, and I was literally boom, 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 fist pumping while running. I had such a good time. If you haven't taken the Zedd run with Olivia, go take it. You'll be surprised how many songs you recognize. It was like 3, maybe 2 songs I didn't recognize. You'd be surprised. Loved it. Would do it again. Will do it again at home. And Zedd, yeah, loved it. Good artist series. Next was a big one. It's my first time ever with Adrian Williams. Now, I have been a super fan of Adrian Williams for a very long time. I was obviously around when he joined, and I've taken his glutes and legs split, which nearly killed me. I don't think I'll ever take that again unless I really, really, really want a challenge. And I really was excited to finally get to meet him in person after taking so many of his classes and having him hurt me so bad. But it was an R&B run, so it was super chill, which is like the gods could not have given me a better run, because knowing him, he'd be on some stuff. If you know, you know. So it was R&B run. It was very chill. We started off running. We took a little walk break, like maybe around the 27-minute mark, but then that was it. It was running for the rest, but it was good tempo. It was like tempo running. It wasn't crazy. The hills weren't nuts. We didn't go above 3.0 on the incline, and it was just a nice tempo run. You didn't feel like you were out of breath at any time. You know, he was talking to us, he was asking us questions, he was laughing. He is just as nice as he seems on the screen. And I love that, because sometimes I know we all, the people who love Peloton, understand that you can develop this sort of parasocial relationship with these instructors and just have this idea of how they are in your mind. And then you meet them and it's like maybe something completely different, but it's not different with him. He's a really nice dude, really nice. And so yeah, he played a lot of good music. He asked who went and saw Usher live, and I was like, yeah, woo! And then he's like, did he take you on stage? I was like, no. And I guess he heard me over the music because he was like, I felt that in your soul. I heard your soul being sad. Like he literally said that while he was running. So I thought that was funny. But yeah, it was good. A lot of Weeknd. Not the biggest fan of the Weeknd, but a lot of Weeknd music. And then he snuck in like Justin Bieber at the end. Is that R&B? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think that's R&B. Y'all could debate that one. I don't know. So that was Adrian. We took a wonderful picture together, and yeah, he's such a nice dude. I hope I can I hope I can book again with him one day because it's really hard to book his classes. It's just like the Sims 60, Just Sims 60-minute boot camp. They drop full. The Thunder, the 45s drop full, and like those are the two hardest classes on the platform. And when they drop, when I say they drop full, I mean that as soon as they drop, they're full. Like they can't be booked. It's the most insane thing. But yeah, loved it. Had so much fun. The third and final one was with Chelsea Jackson Roberts, and that was for yoga. It was 45 minutes of gospel yoga. And I know there's a lot of controversy on gospel and yoga and how they, you know, shouldn't mix or anything like that, but I don't really believe in that. I have a strong faith, and I also really love yoga, and I think the two can cross over. So gospel yoga with Chelsea Jackson Roberts, first of all, her aura also very amazing, very zen. Her smile, oh my gosh, it just lights up my life. And it's 6 of us in a room, and we just looked really beautiful while we were flowing, and she gave us all like shout outs before the class started, and she was, you know, just highlighting everyone's accomplishments, and she mentioned that I had done, you know, 291 yoga flows, which was just like, wow, thank you for like acknowledging that, because I've done most of them with you. Like legit. Chelsea brought me back to yoga. I had fallen out of it. Actually, I was very bougie. When I was in corporate, I would say, oh, the only yoga that I would do is hot yoga. It's the only yoga. Because it felt like hot yoga was the only thing that my body could deal with. Like I felt like the heat, the intense heat of the situation like loosened up my joints. I was able to be more flexible. I was able to relax more somehow, dripping sweat. I don't know. I was into it, you know what I mean? So I really didn't do what I call in my brain dry yoga. I didn't do dry yoga, but I started with her, and I started small with her. I would do like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and then 20 minutes, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I just started incorporating it, especially over the pandemic. I started doing it with my son and my daughter, and it became a part of my life. Like all of a sudden, I'm a yogi. Like I could actually say that I'm a yogi, because there's so many positions that I've never ever even thought that I would be able to get into, and now I can do it. Okay, but the 45-minute gospel yoga was intense. It was good. It wasn't a lot of up down, but it was good. It was a lot of like strengthening, fast paced a little bit, but I really enjoyed it. And she played so many good gospel songs, like, you know, I Surrender All and all of those, and I was really trying not to cry or like sing too loud, if that makes any sense, because when you're like in praise and worship, you kind of do all those things and nobody notices. But like when you're in a studio with 6 people, well, 7 people including Chelsea, everybody will notice. The people at home would notice. So it was a challenge for me to not sing aloud and really enjoy myself the way I wanted to, but I enjoyed myself still, and it was fantastic. Highly recommend. 45-minute gospel from, what day is it? January 5th. Yeah, take it. You'll love it. So yeah, that was my weekend. That was my 3-class weekend, at Peloton Studios. So much fun. I go every week. So I'll see you for the next adventure.